Hi guys and dolls. Should actually be part two, but I didn't do part one or part two. I just kind of just doing a follow-up, so to speak. Um, so this is how twisted one of my ex-fiance, the guy that I talked about in the other video, this is how twisted her kids have turned out. Okay. One of them is a narcissist and a control freak. He's in love with money like narcs tend to be in love with their money. To the point where, and we're going to go there because I really don't give a shit. um, when his wife, when they were married, and she's not really all there either, let's just put it out there. She's not totally there either. But she was cheating on him probably because, and I'm not justifying it, but this does happen. When you decide you don't want to have sex with your spouse anymore, they're going to do one of two things. They're either going to divorce you because they're not willing to be celibate because you decided that you're not having sex with them anymore, or they're going to stay with you and collect the money that you both are bringing in and cheat on you. Okay? So either divorce or cheating, or they'll start cheating on you and then they might file for divorce eventually. Okay? So it's never going to result in good things, you deciding that you're going to keep your pants up and you're supposed to be in a marriage. So I'm sure he pulled that stunt with her and she started cheating on him. And so what happened was she started fooling around with a guy on her job, and she was trying to have sex with a married man on her job. The two of them were getting it on in the closet. Okay. She got fired. I don't know if he did, but I know for sure that she got fired. Well, she don't want to tell her narc husband, she was married to him at the time, she don't want to tell him that she's not bringing any income in because she knows how hard he values money. So what she did was, while she was trying to find another job, she borrowed, I think it was $3,000 from his mom or more, maybe more, but I think it was at least $3,000, because she's perpetrating that she still has a job. So if you still have a job, you're supposed to produce money. And she couldn't produce money because she got fired. So the town is really small. He eventually found out, I don't know if he believed it or not, but he eventually found out that she had got fired because everybody knows everybody. Okay. So he said, no, she wasn't doing that. She's working. And his mother was like, no, she's not working because she was fooling around on a job. So, but she still had money to show for it. She never paid the mom back. And the mom never told him that, yeah, when you were married, your wife borrowed a bunch of money off me and I never got it back. She never told him, so he doesn't know anything about that. So that's that situation. The one's brother, his brother, let's call him the one that I was engaged to, let's call him Narc. A lot of people have that name. It's kind of like John, except I don't think every John is a narc, but besides the point. Narc had a brother. Narc is a control freak. Narc's brother is a complete opposite. His wife has his balls in a vice grip. She says what goes down and what doesn't go down. So she's in complete control of her husband. And the mom pays either one of the sons to cut her grass. If the brother's wife says, you not going over there today, you not cutting the grass today, you could cut it on Friday, but you ain't cutting it today, he don't go over there and cut the grass. So you got one that's a narc and a control freak, and he likes to dominate his partners. Then you have the other one who's did the complete flip-de-doo, and he basically his wife controls him. The daughter, because they have a sister. The sister, the sister has a daughter who's an adult now. But the word has come out that her husband has touched the daughter sexually on more than one occasion. Probably plenty of occasions, because that's a common thread. The family just pretends they don't see it. They don't address him. Like I said back in the day, if when men were real men, no offense, there are some men, but not real ones, not too often anymore. But when men were real men back in the day and not whiny babies like a lot of them are nowadays, women don't want me, right? Because your whining doesn't turn us on. So knock it off. Get your mom's tit out of your mouth, and it's time for you to drink from a regular glass and not a sippy cup. We don't like that. Anyway, back in the day, guys would have took him behind the shed. You're touching your kid? We'll see about that. We're not going to kill you, but we're going to whip your ass so hard that you're going to wish you were dead. Try it again, and we'll be burying your behind the shed. So try it again. And of course, he would never try it again. But then eventually, families pretended that they didn't know that was going on. You know, like I've said in another video, they'll say, well, y'all stay away from Uncle Freddy because you know he's a little weird anyway, so you kids just leave him alone and stay away from him. Excuse me? Beat the shit out of Uncle Freddy. Okay? You touch grown women, you don't touch kids. I'm not going to get on a roll, but that's disgusting. So everybody just pretend they don't see it. They just do this number. Nana nana boo boo, I don't see nothing. You know, and that's not what used to happen back in the day. You would get your ass beat. You'd be begging for death by the time the family finished with your ass. You'd be begging for death. Not anymore. Maybe in some families. I don't know. She is aware that there's a very powerful possibility that her husband has done this to the daughter. However, she will not divorce him. She will not. She will not. And then she goes on a religious page. Well, God doesn't like divorce, and, you know, I don't want to God be mad at me and all. God doesn't like it when little kids are being touched either. Did you ever think of that? He doesn't get a thrill out of that either. So all three of her kids are damaged. All of them have made very poor choices in partners. All of them are twisted. Both parents were twisted. I was engaged to one who was twisted. And it is so common for dysfunction to run rampant through the entire family. This is a common thread. And then when they get grown, they teach their kids to be twisted, who teach their kids to be twisted, who teach their kids to be twisted. Now, there was a lot of twistedness in my family too, and I decided to cut them all off. I am not going to speak to you unless you can talk to me like you got some damn sense. You talk to me stupid, the conversation is over. The talking to you stupid's never going to stop because they're not dealing with a full deck of cards. It's at the point almost where abnormal is normal and what used to be normal is frowned upon. So we're kind of backwards with that. So it's weird. And the one I was engaged to, Narc, he basically said, well, I better not see him because, you know, the daughter, his sister's husband, I better not see him because I'm going to let him know how I feel about that. Really? You know where he lives. I didn't say nothing, but I'm thinking about it way after the fact. You can talk all that smack, but if y'all don't light his world up, he's going to continue to do it. And since the mom didn't protect her daughter, Her daughter has to deal with that on her own. She's never been to counseling. And it's just absolutely insane. And his brother, let me backtrack. Let's go back to his brother for a minute. Not the brother-in-law, but the brother. He ignored me when he met me. When he never looked at me. If someone were to say what color are her eyes, he couldn't tell you. Where did I put I think I put him in the other room. No, but he can't tell you what color my eyes are because he never looked at my face. I don't know if it's because he always talked to me like this. Hey, how you doing? I don't know what his deal is. I don't know if it's because his brother goes through so many women, because women are going to get tired of you. I mean, that's the bottom line. They're going to get sick and tired of you. So he feels like I'm not going to get close to anybody you're involved with because it's not going to last no way. Which, of course, it doesn't, because you've got mental problems. All of y'all have mental problems, you know. So they put the fun in dysfunction. People love their misery. They really do. And it takes a brave person and a smart person to cut their family off and say, I'm done with all of y'all because every single one of y'all got problems and I'm done. You don't owe your family anything because you're blood related. Let me repeat that. You don't owe your family anything because you're blood related. In fact, you have an obligation to cut them off. You have an obligation, especially if you have kids. But for your own, let's forget about the kids for a second. For your own mental well-being, you need to cut them loose. Because you're going to get swept like the tornado or like a hurricane. You're going to get swept into this dysfunction every single time you talk to them. Every single time you talk to them, you're going to get swept into it. And then when you have kids, they're going to use your kids as a ploy. Regardless of what you and I went through, we need to, that's my grandkids, and da-da-da-da-da. No, you don't. You obviously don't get it. I would cut your ass off way before the kids came. They would never know who the hell you are because you're twisted. And I don't want twisted people around my kids. I'm saying if I had any, I would not want twisted people around my kids. I wouldn't want that. So I don't give a shit if they're your grandkids or not. You're out of here and you're never going to know who they are. You're not going to know their gender, their names, or anything. You'll hear through the grapevine, I'm sure, but I'm not telling you nothing and they're never going to know who you are. So I don't owe you nothing because we're blood, because the blood is tainted. Did I go there? Yes, I did. They're not going to know you because the blood is tainted. So if it's your mother, I've said this before, your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your dog, maybe not the dog because the dog has more sense than most people. No matter who the blood relation is, if they can't contribute something good and happy to your life, at least sometimes, you're out of here. You're out of here. I don't owe you squat. And I damn sure don't owe you because we're related. So forget about it. Like Italians would say, forget about it. So yeah, I just wanted to, maybe I'll make this a part 2. I'll make the first one part 1, make this one part 2. I don't know. But yeah, all 3 of her kids are just jacked up. They're just jacked up. Absolutely jacked up. The daughter, the sister's kid, her husband he knows all about makeup and the right foundation for your skin and all of that. Makes me wonder if he's straight. He might be, but considering everything she's been through, could you choose a partner that's good for you? Because if he's not straight, that could be a bad move. He may always crave men too. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's just bizarre. It's just really, really bizarre. And straight people that are gay marry straight all the time and pretend they're straight all the time. This is not a new concept. Maybe he's straight and he's into makeup. I don't know, but I just found it odd. He knows how you're supposed to put your makeup under here and kind of blend it in so there's no line of demarcation. And I'm going, what? That's what I'm thinking to myself. What? And then, because his family is so fucked up, um, when we had Easter at the mother's house, at Nark's mother's house, almost his whole family blew me off. There were the daughter, the niece, or whatever. She talked to me, and her husband talked to me. So, But the rest of them acted like, we ain't got nothing to say to you because you probably another flavor of the month. I don't know if they're racist. I don't know if they're just tired of him dating this, different women every few months. I don't know what their deal is, but it makes me not miss any of you motherfuckers when I leave. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm just saying, kiss off. All of y'all could kiss it. There's only one person. Let's see, there's a couple of people that we were kind of close, and that one of them was his, what is her relation to him? I can't remember, but she was pregnant at the time, and she and I clicked really well. And Nark's mom said, I'm surprised she talked to you because she's really introverted. She don't really talk to people she don't know, but she talked to you. So she was cool. But the rest of them, all y'all can go dive into a shark's mouth so far as I'm concerned. I don't need you. I really don't. I don't need you in my life. And I did pretty good before I met y'all's dysfunctional asses. I was doing really good. And so I fire you and I do better since I don't know you anymore. It's amazing. I don't know. It's just weird. It's just really weird. So anyway, this is part 2. You don't have to stay with someone who's dysfunctional. And when you see that the mask is starting to slip, the quiet, calm, introverted, super easy to get along with, when you start to see cracks in that facade and you see the mask starting to slide off their face and the real them pops out, it's time for you to reevaluate being with them. And I'm going to tell you another thing about being engaged. When the person's, we're going to speed this up quick. Narcissist weapon of choice is speed. I love you too early. Let's get engaged too early. And it was a beautiful ring. I wasn't going to do diamonds anymore because they're a financial ripoff. So they're marked up so high it's not funny, and they're not even worth that. Diamonds are super common, but the De Beers, I'm not going to get on a roll, but De Beers company ran with this magical marketing ploy. Diamonds are a girl's best friend, and they're so rare. That's why they're so expensive, and blah, blah, blah. And they're not rare. That's a load of bullshit. But the marketing was on point, and everybody fell for it. And I fell for it back in the day because I had a diamond ring, and I would not do diamonds again. My engagement ring was not a diamond. It was a blue sapphire. And it was a good size blue sapphire, too. So it was beautiful. Which I pawned it because I didn't need to keep it and remember him and awful memories of him. And he was too tied into that ring. And the ring gave me memories of him that was just... So I got rid of it. But the De Beers just financially raped everybody with their marketing bullshit and lies. And so everybody ran out and got a diamond ring. And people are still stuck on that. Now, I'm not going to do a diamond ring again if I ever get engaged again, which I highly doubt it because I don't even like going out with people because they're all got issues that I'm not going to deal with. However, if God worked a miracle and brought me someone normal, which hasn't happened in 56 years, so I can't really see it happening anytime soon, but who knows, miracles can happen. But I doubt it. But anyway, I won't ever do a diamond again. Now, if you look at Europeans, and I'm going to let you guys go, but if you look at Europeans, they have absolutely no problem, zero problem. Quit laughing, it's not funny. They have zero problem getting a ring that is not a diamond. So they will have morganite, sapphire, rubies. Some people have pearls. I wouldn't recommend it. They're too soft. Emeralds, I wouldn't recommend that either. It's too soft. But if you feel like you have to have grandma's emerald ring, go for it. I wouldn't wear it every day, but that's totally up to you. If you do wear it every day and it gets damaged, emeralds are soft. Rubies and sapphires are a type of corundum. That's the family of gems is corundum. However, so a ruby, we haven't had a gem lesson in a long time, so don't be making faces. I've been letting y'all get away with this. No gem lesson. So we're doing a quick gem lesson. But anyway, rubies are a type of sapphire, but they don't call them sapphire. They call them rubies because they're red. Why? I don't know. But they're both in the class of corundum. But yeah, in Europe, they do non-diamond rings all the time. Engagement, wedding rings all the time. So Americans need to get hip to that and get something other than a diamond, because you're going to get ripped off when you buy a diamond for ridiculous prices. No, 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 no. No, I was engaged. One of my fake engaged person I was fake engaged to, because he was never serious about coming to see me. He was never serious about, we did talk face to face, long story, but he was never serious about coming to America to see me. He was in Canada, and it was just bullshit, and I just, whatever. But he bought me multiple engagement rings because he knows I love gems, and they were super inexpensive. Got them on Etsy. Got them. My huge pink sapphire is super inexpensive because he got it from Jaipur, India. They have a lot more quantity of gems, so they can charge you basically wholesale prices. I mean, that sucker's big. I think it's like this big. I don't really know, but it's big. It's like probably 3 carats or more, 3.5 carats. I don't know where it's at, unless it's in here, which I don't know if it is or not. But anyway, hell if I know where it's at. It's somewhere. This is my, we're doing a gem lesson, yay. This is my morganite. One of my morganites. See that? The sparkle is crazy. I don't know if I'm going to find where my sapphire's at. It's somewhere. I don't know where. This is char white, by the way. See that? I don't know how well that. This is used. This is the only place this is found is in the Charo Valley in Russia. So it's named after where it was found, the Charo white. But anyway, I showed you guys on another video. I showed you the pink something. These are different gems. I don't know where the hell it's at. It's somewhere. It's somewhere, but it's a huge pink sapphire, and it didn't cost me, well, the guy that got it for me, it didn't cost hardly anything, because we got it from wholesale prices. So there's ways that you could get a beautiful ring and not get yanked on a diamond. Okay? I told you guys this before, so open up your mind and try different stones. Whoo, get stoned for stones, baby. So anyway, you guys take care, stay narc free, and mama loves you. Take care. Much love.